within me. I pray with the faith of God within me. I trust in the power of God within me. Everything, everything praises God within me. I am a safe and loving place, born of beauty and amazing grace. I laugh with the joy of God within me. I shine with the light of God within me. I am who I am 'cause of God within me. Everything, everything praises God. Everything, everything praises God. Everything, everything praises God within me. Praises God. Everything, everything praises God. Everything.
Good morning and welcome to the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living, coming to you live stream from the Inspiration Cafe in Paoli, Pennsylvania. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you for joining us wherever you may happen to be, any place in the world. It's easy to get here, and we love welcoming you and having a beautiful hour or so together. So wherever you are, not only geographically, but wherever you may be on your spiritual journey, we trust that this is the place for you today because we love you already. We are welcoming you and very, very happy to share this special time with you. It's a time of opening our hearts and our minds. It's a time this month of reviewing the basic principles of our teaching, the science of mind. And so we have an opportunity each Sunday this month to be reviewing the first 4 introductory chapters to Science of Mind. And this was written by Ernest Holmes a long time ago, our wonderful founder. And so it's a great time to tune in. We're really looking at the basics. And our theme for the entire month of January is an auspicious new beginning. And it is an auspicious new beginning for each of us and for all of us as a beloved community and out into the world itself. And for this year, our theme here at the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living is a whole new world. Now, don't you think it's about time? So we learn the principles that change lives, and we practice them, and we share them with one another. We learn, we teach, we utilize, and what a joy it is to find a very sane and effective and beautiful philosophy that makes our lives better no matter what is going on. And gosh darn, there's always something going on, isn't there? So no matter what is happening in that moment, when we remember that there is a power that is greater than we are, that we can use, and it's right where we are, everything changes in a heartbeat, as we read in Scripture, in the twinkling of an eye. So we're grateful that we belong to, are part of, a beautiful home office, a wonderful Centers for Spiritual Living organization worldwide. Farther than that, perhaps, we don't know. We haven't checked the other planets to see if there's a CSL there yet, but there should be. So we're happy to be a part of this wonderful organization. And we have developed over the years in this organization with all the ministers a vision and a mission. And what we really are all about, probably more than anything else, is that we are here to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. And that's about you, all of you, and I, all of us are spiritually magnificent. And somehow, perhaps over our lives, there's been a little shadow over that great light that we each came in with. So we're here to remove all of those shadows and to come back into the truth and to help each other remember who we are. That Spirit is in, through, and expressing as us. That's a wonderful concept. And not only that, but we've got some work to do. Because whenever we align ourselves so consciously with Spirit, utilize our beautiful spiritual tools for every human condition, utilize our spiritual mind treatment, then we realize that it's not only for us, but it's for everyone. It's for every sentient being that we enter deeply into Spirit and allow it to express through us so beautifully that we see the difference we're making in our lives and in the world itself. And so we also recognize, as the Centers for Spiritual Living Worldwide Plus, that we are here to co-create a world that works for everyone. And what we love to say, in addition, is a world that works for all, because we care about the animals and the plants and the entire world itself. We're here to do what we came to do, which is to bring a whole new vision, a whole new world, and to bring heaven back to earth where it belongs. So we're grateful to have the opportunity to just celebrate and give thanks for this beautiful teaching that anyone can use. I mean, you can call yourself a Buddhist, Baptist, Catholic, Jew. I don't care, as long as you're using these beautiful principles that are universal. We're religious scientists, but the practices are universal because the laws are universal. Spirit is everywhere present. And so we love being able to share these truths with everyone. So come along for the ride today. And in our center, the Spiritual Living Center right here in Paoli, Pennsylvania, we have developed a purpose statement, and we love it so much that we're going to invite you to say it with us if you care to. Ready? Living, loving, learning, spirituality that works. And so it is. And so now let's begin with a wonderful, wonderful opening song written by Lou Doty that is sung by some years ago by our GPCSL music team. It's All I Need. I love that. Thank you, music team. Well, hi, kids. Good morning. I'm very happy to see you. Reverend Mike and I just got back from Florida. We were visiting with our wonderful family, and it was wonderful. And it is always, always good to get home. And we just flew back late last night, and boy, are our wings tired. Da-dum, ba-dum, bump. So we're including everybody, including you wonderful teens and kids everywhere, wherever you may be, in some basic ideas about our teaching. And one of the things that we have taught about for many, many years to all ages, and I learned it as a very young person, is that it's about sowing and reaping. Jesus taught us a lot about sowing and reaping. And because in Jesus' time, a lot of the people were farmers. It was called an agrarian culture. Agrarian culture. Amaze your parents with that. Tell them that you know what farming is. It's agrarian, right? It's a good thing. And Jesus understood that the way to help other people learn about the way this beautiful law of mind works is through stories about planting and reaping. Because he understood, as we understand, that all there is God. God is all there is. And that infinite intelligence and divine love brought you into being. Now, that's a good thing to remember, isn't it? It was the intelligence, the wisdom, the love, the creativity of God itself that brought you into being. And you're a very important part of an individualized expression of. Try that one on your folks, too. I am an individualized expression of God. You tell them that because it's true. And it's a good thing to remind them about that as well. So God is all there is. God is part of who you are. You are part of God is who you are in that particular beautiful package that you showed up in here on planet Earth. Come over here, Mila, because I'm talking to you. Here's one of our wonderful teenagers. And Mila understands because she's been in this teaching for a while, since she was just a wee one and in fun day school with Reverend Mike and the other wonderful teachers. And so I'm not going to put you on the spot. I just need to hang on to you, that's all. So what she learned, and what we all learned, I learned it when I was her age as well, is that because we are part of the presence and the divine expression of God's Spirit, also there is the law of mind that is intelligent because God is intelligence. That means you are intelligent because you're part of that divine expression of God's wisdom and love and brightness, and that's who you are. So it's like getting back to the religious science farmer. We are all little religious science farmers because we plant a seed as we do in our gardens. I know you've planted seeds, right? And you've seen what grew, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it happens. So so we do that. We know how that works. Well, there's a law of mind that says what I plant in my thinking and feeling is what I'm going to reap in my world. And if I have unhappy or even ugly thoughts, we don't have that. But if you ever have a critical thought about yourself or about another person, that's a bad seed. I'm not talking about a horror movie. It's just not a good seed to plant. But if we plant kindness, if we plant love, if we plant encouragement, if we plant great, beautiful ideas with a healthy expectation that the infinite intelligence within the law knows how to bring it about, then we get good results, right?
Yes.
See? She knows. And you know too. So keep planting those healthy seeds. Plant seeds of love. Plant seeds of caring and compassion. And you will wind up as beautiful as this young teenager right here. Anything you want to say?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. Thanks. Oh, over and out. Now we'll have some announcements. Yay.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Welcome, everyone, wherever you are in the world. My name is Monet. I'm a member of the Board of Trustees.
Yay.
Thank you. And this is Mila, my helper. So we're going to go over some announcements. We're going to do it together, a little collaboration. To make it a little easier to remember our in-person Sunday celebration dates here at the Inspiration Cafe, we hold them every other Sunday, which started in January, say June. It's January. It's very much cold. January the 7th. So our next in-person celebration will be January the 21st, then February the 4th, February the 18th, and so on. We would love to see you and request that you visit our website and complete the registration process. Reverend Mike continues to hold his weekly How to Use the Science of Mind Zoom workshop on Saturday mornings from 9:45 to 11 a.m.
Our full moon ceremony, led by Diane Wilson, will be held Thursday, January 25th from 7 to 8 p.m. in Collegeville. We hold our Nibbles and New Thoughts discussion gathering the first Monday of each month. Our next one will be held Monday, February 5th to 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at Brick and Brew in Malvern.
And Dr. Sharon Macklin will be holding an in-person 7-session grief group starting Wednesday, March the 20th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. here at the Inspiration Cafe. This group is open to anyone who would like to share a healing experience with others in relation to losing his or her, in relation to losing any loss that you've experienced. This can include losses such as the loss of a loved one or a beloved pet, an illness, the loss of a job, aging, and the loss of certain abilities or a divorce. This seems to be missing the last page, so we're going to improvise here. So all of this information can be found at cslphilly.org. And yeah, that's a great place to register and look to see what happenings are going on in our community. And that is it. Good job. We're handing it over to Dr. Maxine.
Thank you. Thank you, Monet and Mila. A dynamic duo, yes? Wonderful. Now, some of you know that we received our newest practitioner a few weeks ago, and she lives in Idlewild, California. We are so thrilled to have her with us virtually today for our opening treatment. And so I'd like to welcome virtually our beautiful new practitioner, Dawn Finlayson.
Thank you, Maxine. Good morning. I am Dawn Finlayson, a practitioner here at Greater Philadelphia Centers for Spiritual Living. And I will be doing the opening treatment, and I have a reading for you. It comes from the Science of Mind textbook, and this is from page 35, the chapter of the way it works. There is a universal mind, spirit, intelligence that is the origin of everything. It is first cause. It is God. This universal life and energy finds an outlet in and through all that is energized and through everything that lives. There is one life back of everything that lives. There is one energy back of all that is energized. This energy is in everything. And just coming to that place within, knowing exactly where we are, what we're doing, why we're here. Recognizing that one spirit, that compassionate, loving, kind presence that is always present, is right here, right now, knowing that it is flowing through each and every one of us, that this blessing is affecting each and every person here and everyone out there and the entire universe. I am so grateful and thankful, recognizing that this spirit is working through me and speaking through me. And I speak my word right here, right now, knowing that this service is blessed, that this joy, this is filling each and every one of us, is overabundant. And I know Reverend Mike has the perfect talk as he is blessed. And I'm so grateful, so thankful, knowing that this service is already complete in the mind of God. And I know and bless Maxine, and I'm blessed all of the congregants and Jeff and all of the youth program and all of the board members and Linda. She's so wonderful. I know that God is flowing through each and every one of us, bringing to this a better world for each and every one of us, because we are one. We are each and every one of us. We are one. Oh, knowing that this blessing is blessing to be filled with creativity, love, joy, health, prosperity, that each and every one of us feels it. I'm so grateful, filled from the top of my head to the tips of my toes with this joy. I let this be so, and I release this to God, and I let it happen, and so it is. Amen.
Dawn, you are beautiful. Thank you so much for blessing us this morning. I'm now going to read the affirmation, and you're welcome to say it along with me if you wish to. Since my mind is an outlet for divine mind, I intentionally choose only that which I desire to manifest in my life and in the world.
We are creating a world that works for everyone. Yes, we're amazing, and we've just begun to feel the power and freedom to be who we came here to be, as we discover each other and celebrate humanity. We are creating a world that works for everyone. Yes, times are changing. It's a love revolution as we are walking together. Love is leading the way through the fields of compassion to a world that works for everyone, to a world that works for everyone. As we are walking together, love is leading the way through the fields of compassion to a world that works for everyone, to a world that works for everyone.
Eddie is so beautiful, so grateful. What a wonderful way to enter into our meditation. Let's take a deep, sacred breath of spirit. And in releasing that breath, we are consciously expressing that divine life all around us. And take another deep, holy breath of spirit and feel it moving, circulating through your body and your mind and your emotions, cleansing, illuminating, renewing, inspiring. For inspire is to breathe in. And we continue to breathe in that precious life of God, to allow it to move through us and do its perfect work, and then to release it with love and gratitude and let it do its continual beautiful work all around us, touching and blessing and illuminating every sentient being and the very atmosphere. Continue to just enjoy that precious breath and breathe naturally and normally. And now let's invite that breath to become a bridgeway, a pathway to the very center of our hearts. And as we enter into that beautiful center of our hearts, feel the welcome embrace of spirit. Enter deeply into a place of peace and possibility. It is as if we are seated on a royal throne right there in the center of the heart, looking out at our kingdom, our world, our realm, and seeing through the eye of the heart, which is the eye of love, the eye of wisdom. So look out at the world, and for a moment, see it in its erroneous state, which is temporary. See it now as a great field of infinite possibility, awaiting new birth, new life, but very still, no form, just a field of infinite possibility. And now, continuing to gaze out from the throne of the center of your heart, begin to formulate in your heart and mind the seeds you choose to plant in that wonderful world waiting to express itself in goodness and in beauty and in greater life. Choose the seeds of love, of kindness, compassion, justice, unity, peace, prosperity, fulfillment, inspiration. And now watch, like a time-lapse movie, watch those seeds begin to sprout and to show themselves above ground. In this field of infinite possibility, watch the love and the kindness and the compassion grow. Watch the prosperity and the peace and the unity and the justice and the joy and the beauty grow. How beautiful it is to know that we are the ones that we have waited for, that we are doing our inner work that is even now revealing itself outside in the world. We're so thankful to be bringing heaven back to earth. And now let that vision just continue to expand, and even as the days go by, the weeks and the months, let that vision continue to express itself as infinite possibility of a world that truly does work for all. It is our joyous responsibility, and the power within us allows it to unfold. Come back to the center of your heart. Feel the divine embrace, the warmth, the infinite love and wisdom guiding, directing, and cherishing us all. All is well. All is well, truly, truly, all is well.
The presence is here. The presence is here. Love and spirit prevail on each face. The presence is here. Amen. The presence is here. And I will meet you in grace. The presence is here. The presence is is here. Presence is here.
Beautiful spirit.
Love and spirit prevail on each face.
On your
Presence is here. Amen. The presence is here.
spirit.
I will meet you
I will
in
bring
grace, and I will meet you in grace.
I've seen my share of struggle when I thought that I knew best. But I've sailed through a storm instead of stopping to rest. But it always seems the hardest when I've made up my stubborn mind. Well, I'm changing my ways this time. Wanna be like water coming down a mountain into shadowy canyons, flowing from pool to stream. Wanna be like water, head uphill no more. I am bound for the sea. Have you ever seen an eagle head straight into the wind? He doesn't pick a fight, he spreads his wings and just gives in. And in the end he always makes it home just fine. Guess he knows that every storm subsides. Wanna be like water coming down a mountain into shadowy canyons, flowing from pool to stream. Wanna be like water, head uphill no more. I am bound for the sea. I'll let nature take its course. No more thinking that I know where this river's meant to go. I have railed against the stars for the cards that I've been dealt, for the lottery I've never won, for the heartache that I've felt. But it always seems when I let go of expectation and regret, life has plenty of surprises for me yet. I wanna be like water coming down a mountain into shadowy canyons, flowing from pool to stream. Wanna be like water, head uphill no more. I am bound for the sea. Wanna be like water coming down a mountain into shadowy canyons, flowing from pool to stream. Wanna be like water, head uphill no more. I am bound for the sea.
Thank you, Daniel. Wasn't that beautiful? I was told that I neglected to tell you something important earlier. I'm Reverend Dr. Maxine Kay, the spiritual leader of this beloved community. Now you know who I am. But more importantly, more importantly, I'm going to tell you who's going to be speaking to you today. Because here we are, entering into a whole new world, celebrating an auspicious new beginning, and focusing on studying and celebrating the basics of science of mind principles this entire month. Last week, we began with a focus on the first introductory chapter, which in the book is called The Thing Itself. Today, we are focusing on the second introductory chapter, which is the way it works. And so today you're going to have a very special presentation based on that chapter, the title of which is today, It's Easy When You Know How. And so your presenter today is a devoted minister in this celebratory congregation, and it is that. We are a celebratory community. And he's devoted. Like we were in Florida yesterday morning when he normally does his now How to Use the Science of Mind book study, which is on Zoom every Saturday morning. And even though we had all this family and all, he still was determined to teach that yesterday morning, had a full house, had a wonderful, wonderful class, book study, and he doesn't stop. He's done this study for years, first on the science of mind, which we are referring to today, and now in the new one. This is a gentleman who has been a minister for so many years and is still absolutely devoted to our teaching and to you. Please welcome Reverend Mike Gerdes.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, that does my heart good. You know, something else that does my heart good is the Reverend Dr. Maxine Kay. She's amazing, and if you ever get a chance to take a class from her, do so. If you haven't caught all of her love notes, she's embarrassed. I love embarrassing her that way. She's the best, so know that. This weekend, I was reminded that this is Martin Luther King's recognition of his celebration or honoring him. And, you know, that means more to me than just having a Monday off. I think it means more to more and more people. I remember it was in 2002. I was chairman of the Peace Committee for at that time we were called Religious Science International. And I went to Memphis, Tennessee to participate as religious science representative at the lighting of the International Peace Flame. I felt very good about that. And it was an amazing adventure. Got to see Thich Nhat Hanh and all these great peace advocates, participate in meditation with them, hear talks. But something I didn't realize was where the peace flame was. And I had looked for a motel, and I saw there was this Lorraine Motel nearby. And for some reason, it was closed and I couldn't check in. I didn't know why. Well, as it turned out, of course, the Lorraine Motel is part of the Civil Rights Museum now, because it was in April of 1968 that Dr. King was assassinated. And I had a chance to go through the Lorraine Motel and see his room, see the place where his life was taken. And he was a great man, a grand man. And like a lot of great grand men and women, we don't really fully appreciate them until they jump off the planet, until they go on. Everybody recognizes and has heard of the I Have a Dream speech. But his last speech that he gave, it was quite prophetic. He says they were participating in the sanitation workers strike in Memphis, Tennessee, because they were being treated very, very poorly. And believe it or not, black people weren't being treated very well. He said, this is his last statement of his last speech. He said, well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead. But it doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop. And I don't mind. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place, but I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain, and I've looked over, and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land, and I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. Quite prophetic, right? Now, how does that tie into what we're teaching today? Dr. King was more than a person of belief. He was a person of faith. He not only thought things of being so, but he demonstrated things were so. Our teaching says that as you believe, so it is done unto you. And that's absolutely correct. We've heard that before in a variety of teachings throughout the time. But one of the things that we need to remember is that for some people, just believing is not enough. They don't really seem to have planted the seeds in such a way that they sprout the way they want to. Or they're not planting the seeds so that, for one reason or another, there's a lot of people that I have noticed that say they've been treating for prosperity, but they stay poor. They've been treating for health, but they stay unhealthy. What's the issue there? Well, you can say maybe you need to deal with a professional, talk to a minister, talk to a practitioner. Maybe there's something wrong with the treatments you're doing. But some of these people that I'm talking about are practitioners and ministers. So what is it? Does our teaching not work or only work some of the time? No, it works all of the time. But I think the point is that a belief by itself is not necessarily a firm conviction. We're told in the Bible that your faith has made you whole, not just your belief. It says, as you believe, so it is done unto you. But that's sort of like a future tense. It's like it's coming to you. Okay, I could treat for prosperity, and I know it's coming to me. But unless I act as if I'm a prosperous person, and you know how people that are prosperous act? They're good with their money. They don't just stop by and buy beer and lottery tickets all the way home. They're wise with their money, and they're generous with their money at the same time. There's people that complain about their health. They do spiritual mind treatment, or they do treatment for health. They've been working on it. But they don't act as if they're a person with a consciousness of health. Now, I've got a question for you. If you actually were a person with a consciousness of health, how would you act? You would take your medications, of course, if you were prescribed so. You would do whatever exercises that you could. You would eat the right foods. You would do those things that you need to do as if you had the consciousness of a healthy person. What about your right and perfect job or career source? I've worked with people, and we've manifested wonderful jobs for people. Wonderful careers have happened for people. And one of the reasons why it's worked so well is that in every case, they acted as if they had that before. When I do treatment work with somebody, I get them to visualize themselves, seeing themselves as that now. Now, some of you are familiar with a the father of American psychology named William James. He taught that feeling follows action. You just can't think yourself into a new way of feeling. You have to feel yourself into a new way of thinking. And faith without works is dead, we're told. So if you want to experience something in your life, you set the intention for that in your life, whether it's health or wealth, love, peace. We set the intention and then we work with the law of mind. And working with the law of mind tells us that we need to subjectify that belief. And how do we subjectify that belief? By in our minds knowing, acting as if. So that means if we're dealing with peace, we study up on it. We act, besides doing our prayer work, we do our research. We join groups that are supporting peace. We help people that are hungry. We do whatever we can in such a way that Spirit guides us to doing things that help promote and bring peace to the world. See, the truth is that peace already exists. We just need to reveal it. Health already exists. We just need to express it. We just need to know that and be that. Wealth exists. God, yes. And as much of it is ours as we will accept. We need to accept it. We need to act as if we were the beloved of God and that all that the Father has truly is ours. This has been an auspicious week. I've had the opportunity to be with a family that is amazing. And truly it's a blessing of my life. And that's not acting, it's true. That I'm right where I belong, right where the person I need to be, should be with. And you're looking at a man in love. And I don't have to act it at all. And that's enough out of me. I will tell you this, though. You can't think your way into a new way of living. You have to live your life, live your way into a new way of thinking and believing. Give it a shot. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Mike. That was wonderful. And that's okay. So let's just keep celebrating and let's just keep knowing and learning and living these dynamic principles in every area of our lives, as Reverend Mike was sharing with us. There is not an area in any human experience that doesn't benefit by a deeper connection with Spirit, a greater consciousness of that divine presence, and the infinite possibilities that exist for us all, just because of who and whose we are. Thank you. Now it's time to celebrate our prosperity. And prosperity is a wonderful thing to celebrate. There is more than we can ever imagine of abundance in this universe. And as Reverend Mike expressed, and as Dr. Holmes expressed in his beautiful book, it's up to us to determine how much we are willing to accept. In another chapter in the Science of Mind textbook, as it has affectionately been known to be called, Dr. Holmes says, well, something like, would you like to hold up a thimble or a bucket? The size of our container of acceptance has everything to do with how beautifully the circulation works. So our prosperity celebration is all about that divine circulation. It is giving back to the closest source of our spiritual food. For me, it is this beloved center. And so many of you choose also to allow this beautiful divine law of circulation to take place for our beloved community, to keep it healthy and growing, and for ourselves in our individual lives. And so I'm going to suggest that you look on the screen to see various ways to contribute to the health, well-being, growth of our beloved center. And some of us like to give like a check. Others like to be a little more 21st century and give in the various ways that it shows right there. So if you would, either physically or metaphorically, take your gift to your heart, because this reminds us that every good gift comes from the heart of God. Please join me now. I choose to celebrate prosperity. Divine love blesses my gift. It is my acceptance of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with this center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It returns to me multiplied abundantly, and I am prospered, and so it is.
I'm gonna lay my burden down now. I'm gonna leave it on the ground. This freedom I am feeling, it can't be found when I'm looking down. I'm gonna climb up to the mountains, spread my wings and fly. All these blessings I am counting. I got more than all the stars in the sky. I got more than all the stars in the sky. I got more than all the stars in the sky. I feel light as a feather, floating on an angel's wing. I won't worry about the weather, 'cause I am one with everything. 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 This world is bright and holy. Heaven is in my sight. All my troubles try to find me, but they can't when I'm on this cosmic flight. I feel right everywhere now, and all I wanna do is sing. Not a single solitary care now. I am one with everything. 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 The awesome healing love can bring. We are one with everything. We are unstoppable, just like the wind. Anything is possible from God within. The root is good in each of us here. The nature of love is in everyone, everywhere. What spirit originates, spirit orchestrates. Willingness granted to create your fate. One power, one people under one sun. Peace, love, joy, freedom. I am one with everything. I am one with everything. This peace that penetrates me moves quicker than a laser beam. Now the devil cannot faze me, 'cause I am one with everything. I am
I am one with everything. You are one with everything, because you know what? Everything's one with you. You are that one, expressing, individualizing, knowing itself by means of you, and wherever you go, God is, and so it is.